You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show, a wrestling podcast with attitude.
This is not a drill. You know, Bray Wyatt was this fun little character the other day on WWE Raw. It seemed like a crossover of Mr. Rogers meets Pee Wee Herman meets Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, as one of the reports from Ringside News said. Something similar to that, but I mean, the first two were very obvious, like the demented version of those things. Well, apparently WWE has received word, and I think this is from RingsideNews.com. They said, I don't know which writer this is that is saying this, by the way. I don't know who is the one who's reporting this. It's written by H. Jenkins. I don't know if this is the one who got it. I was told that WWE considered dropping the gimmick altogether after feedback on Tuesday morning from bigwig shareholders and sponsors voicing their opinion on it. Apparently, they didn't like the whole cult leader of children vibe. Who said he's a cult leader of children? I was also told that there were plenty of people who loved it, and we saw on SmackDown Live the vignette aired again, so it looks like WWE is moving forward with the idea. Well, to me, that sounds like a non-story. You know, these are the type of stories, and the reason why I'm making a video about this, because everybody sent me this, but like these are the type of non-stories where like you could do that story with any story, right? Like say Daniel Bryan gets hit by a car and the boogeyman gets out and goes, brah, and then runs away and it's stupid, right? I guarantee you that there are some shareholders that would be like, that was horrible. Why did they do that? Don't do that. But then there's probably other people that like loved it or whatever. But here's my opinion. Do the shareholders really care? Are the shareholders really caring that much? I thought the shareholders were just idiots trying to get rich. I mean, who are the shareholders? And if there are this many shareholders who think about every single thing that happens character-wise in this company, then why aren't they complaining with all the horse shit that goes on every week? And why aren't we getting news clips about these people every single week when the ratings come out and the ratings take a dive? You know, that's why I call these stories horse shit. I mean, maybe it's because they're making so much money. So why do they care about a Bray Wyatt character situation, but they don't care when the ratings plunder? It's because the stock's going up. So if the stock's going up, why do they care what Bray Wyatt's doing? What do they care? They're not sponsors. They're stockholders. Their company's not on the line. They're stockholders. I don't understand that dynamic. It doesn't make any sense to me. And maybe we'll talk a little bit about this tonight on Out of Nowhere. Out of Nowhere is at 11 p.m. tonight right here on the Joe Cronin Show. We'll also talk about the big drop in viewership again for every Raw, SmackDown, whatever. It's all coming crashing down. Told you it would after WrestleMania, especially with this garbage. Remember when Vince McMahon came out and said, we're listening, we understand? I mean, I guess by listening, he thought, well, they want Becky to be the champion, so here you go, is Becky. Oh, they want Kofi to be the champion. Here you go, is Kofi. That's not what I want. Yeah, I mean, I did when at the time with the way the story was going, I was like, well, clearly, you know, I want good stories. I want good week-to-week television. I know that every once in a while you can put on a pay-per-view and it can be pretty good because of some of the wrestling. But even the wrestling, man, everything is just the worst. I'm sorry. This is the worst of all. And you know what? All the stuff that I've been bitching about now for years on this company has come true. It's been validated by the fact that every single time I complain, the numbers go down. You know? I complain, numbers go down. I like when something is liked, sometimes the numbers go up, but usually the numbers only go up because Goldberg returned, or the 25th anniversary, or WrestleMania is this week, or this was the night after WrestleMania, or there's the shakeup, or Roman has cancer, or something like that has to happen for this, excuse me, for this shit to go up. The Superstar shakeup continues. SmackDown drew a 2. They had a 2.2 last week. They drew a 2. I think if you guys remember last week, I said they would do a 1. They would go into the ones at a 1.9. So I was wrong a little bit. 72,000 people saved the show from being a 1.9 something, which is what I thought it would be. So there you go. But there you have it. SmackDown down. As expected. Not as bad as their 1.8 that they did on February 5th, but it's getting down there. It's getting way down there. All right, guys. I will see you tonight for Out of Nowhere right here on the Joe Cronin Show. Here's some other videos you guys might have missed. Please check these out. And I go into more detail on some of my stuff on Patreon as well. I'll see you tonight for Out of Nowhere.